Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 13, live fan reactions. Finally, we have the villain we've been waiting on. So before we get into tonight's episode, I want to say thank you so much to all the patrons that are out there. You can see them up on the screen, and you can probably tell I'm a lot more charged up this week than I was last week. Wow, it's like a crystal ball was out there. All those things that we talked about, that we said that we needed, they're finally coming true. We got a true villain. We've got, hey, it was dragging, not going to lie. But then all of a sudden, the last 15 minutes just got finally some action. The Pioneers. So I would have given this a 5 before the last 15 minutes, and they just completely flip-flopped it around. So I want to get your thoughts and comments before we get too far into it. Give me a rating from a 1 to a 10. Just want to see what everybody thought of tonight's episode, and then we're going to break down a couple things. Tomorrow night we're going to give a complete recap. But we got some 9.5s, we got some 9s out there. I want to see, the people that have the low scores. So because those are the people I want to reach out to, because I thought this had some really, really good stuff. It got back to what we've been waiting on. So some 7s, some 8s. It looked business as usual, the same thing. Logan, and then living through the polar bear instance, and then Alicia and Strand are not going to get there in time, and so we got Wes back. So we've got this group now that has a little bit of an identity. And we got a true villain that's identified. We said we thought Logan was working for someone else. He is working for someone else. Jenny from the block, a.k.a. Virginia of the Pioneers. She is dark. She is twisted. But what's cool is, as bad as last week's episode was with the rabbi, now the rabbi's role makes a little bit more sense. We got a sniping rabbi. We've got John. The heroes are set with Wes back. Really, really loved it. Yes, we had callbacks. We had coincidence. We had a little bit of everything. So let me know the most shocking thing of tonight's episode. I want to get kind of your just complete unfiltered reactions. What was the most shocking event that happened tonight? Was it Wes? Was it Jenny? Was it Logan dying? Yeah, that was shocking to me too. That was mentioned. She said, consider us pioneers. So the name is going to stick. I mean, they kind of planted that. Believe me, look, tomorrow it is going to spread like wildfire. The Pioneers are the new saviors. They are absolutely the new saviors. And I'm not going to lie, we bashed the show last week. Last week was terrible. And when we did the reaction and a little bit of the recap, we said, look, we don't care. Just get a villain out there, make them like the saviors, however they want to do it. And they did it. And you can see the excitement. It is a little bit of a knockoff of the saviors, but it's fine. And she is the female Negan. All right, we're going to get some more reactions. You guys can do me a favor. We got a lot of people in the house reacting to this video. If everybody can do me a favor, hit that like button. We're going to be streaming tonight. We're going to be doing a full recap Monday night. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a random things on Tuesday. And then I do have an announcement for you guys. I will not be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I am going to be taking a mini vacation, but we will be back for Fear Sunday, which I'm kind of excited for. There's only 3 episodes left, and it looks like they're going to be 3 really good episodes. All the backstory. What's nice about the preview for this week? We actually see something carry over from one week to the next. We see that Jenny and the villains are going to be present next week. So they're going to be dealing with... The group is split up, but I think we've got enough heroes that we can rally around. It's just now we can't do any of the corny stuff. The group is going to be fighting for their lives, which is exactly what we needed. It's still going to be a stretch. Still going to be a little bit of a stretch for, it's been all this painting trees and helping people. Now the group has to help themselves. But I will say this. When Daniel goes beast mode, look out. Wes, he's already there. Morgan can certainly do it. Alicia, she's going to have to pick it up a little bit more. Dwight, we know what Dwight brings to the table. John Dory, we know what John brings. So it does look like we've got a pretty formidable group. So want to get a couple more comments in here. Let me know just some more thoughts. I want to call on a couple people, get some of your opinions and thoughts in here. Still got Grace. I mean, Grace could fight too. Lucy is staying back to help the group. It sounded like one of our PDL members. You know, sometimes the PDL, our group sacrifices a little bit. And, hey, Lucy's staying back. I thought it was diplomatic enough for an exit. So, a lot of times with Fear the Walking Dead, the impossible happens. Like, they just get there in a nick of time. I will say, the end of this episode I thought was very, very good. Because there's a few things that I was going to pick apart, and it kind of got me off of that. You know, a couple things was how it was a coincidence in the exact same location with Logan. But now I understand it. I thought it was kind of convenient how it got from early afternoon to like pitch dark really, really quickly, and the next thing you know, it's daylight. And then the Pioneers show up. But I can forget all of that because we finally got a group of people that they knew what they were doing. They can shoot. Valerie says Jenny reminds her of Simon. E. Beach in the house. We meet the Whispers of Fear. No, this isn't the Whispers, E. Beach. This is the Saviors. This is a group that's out there taking and growing and developing. And they're bigger than the Saviors. Well, that's a good question. Are they in a league with CRM? That we don't know. I would say no. And what's kind of neat is we've got the Whispers, Commonwealth, we've got Pioneers. So it certainly looks as if I don't think they're a part of CRM because I think CRM, Commonwealth, those groups need other groups to be against. So I think it's a good move if they're just kind of setting up. It's kind of like there was Oceanside, there was the Kingdom. There's multiple communities out there. We're starting to find out. I don't remember who it was that said this. Might have been Strand who said we're really going to find out how big the Fear the Walking Dead universe is. And we are finding that out. We got E. Beach super chatting, says, we need this villain badly. Yes, we did, Eric. Even though nobody important died tonight, can you guys see a difference of the energy and the enthusiasm when you actually watch a show that is a good show and you got to talk about it? Last week, I dreaded it. The whole time I was watching... And you have to go live and you got to talk to a bunch of people and find as much good as you possibly can in that episode. It was hard. It was hard to talk about it, to find common ground. Tonight there's a lot of really cool stuff. Who was excited about Wes coming back? As far as I'm concerned, Wes can be the lead of the show. And I will say this. I don't see Wes as a type of person that's going to lay his weapon down whenever Logan rolls up on them. I was going to pick that apart tonight. I got to be honest with you. When Logan pulled in and Lucy and Wendell and the group had guns drawn, they could have gotten the upper hand on Logan. And Logan says, oh, you don't want to fire a gun here, basically insinuating there's oil. Something's going to catch on fire, right? So then Logan's group pulls guns on everybody. And why wouldn't the group say the same thing? They could say, oh, well, you're not going to fire any guns in here. So what purpose did the guns even do? But then later on, John's firing guns. So I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. So it was like, you can't fire, we can't fire, but John can fire. And then the Pioneers can fire too. But you know what? I'm burying all that. I don't care. Plot hole. I've moved on. As long as I got a villain, and as long as this group has to start fighting for their lives, I'm okay with it. Logan did know too much. That's exactly why Logan got killed. He would have cooperated. He was already cooperating. Movie Star says, good episode. The group can now focus on an enemy to take down. So think of all the side stories that we've seen. We've got Daniel and Skidmark, and Daniel didn't want to help. We've got the Rat Pack, the kids, and they're part of the group now. We got Logan's group, and it's kind of back and forth. We got Dwight looking for Sherry. We've got Charlie and the rabbi. So all these things. And we got Wes. Wes will kill somebody that takes his book. This reminds me so much of the bad parts of Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead. But thank God that the last 3 episodes, they finally got it together. And you know what? 2 weeks ago, we asked this question. And many of you were in the stream. And if you guys were in that stream and you're also in this stream, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. But 2 weeks ago, we said, look, are they running out of time? They're not killing anybody. We don't have a villain. We've been very, very patient. But maybe we can be patient 1 or 2 more weeks, but they really need to get this story going. Tonight, they got the story going. And last week, many people were calling for Ian and Andrew's jobs. Yours truly did not. In fact, I made it a very, very strong point to say, I'm not calling for their jobs, but why are people not having that conversation? And lo and behold, the next 2 days, there are YouTubers, there are publications, there's Forbes, there's people coming out saying, no, these showrunners need to go. I hope that there's a retraction, and I hope after tonight's episode that they go and say, you know what, we might have spoke a little bit too early. Give them the next 3 weeks, and let's see what they can pull off the next 3 weeks. It's not easy to paint a villain. It's not easy to come up with a group. It's not easy to get all your heroes in line. You've got to have enough good that people have confidence, but you got to have enough darkness that you got something to fight against. Well, Chris, I agree. It was only 1 episode, but it appears to me at this point that now the death... Hold on. Chris and Viola, pump the brakes a little bit. I'm going to tell you why it was important to do it the way they did it. If Logan would have killed June, would you guys have really cared? Because we knew Logan was a goofball. But now, if Jenny kills June, you guys are going to be spitting fire. Okay, you would have cared. All right, I get it. But how much more impactful is it going to be if you've got somebody that you truly hate? So if this person comes out of the gates as a villain and they start mowing down average characters, it's going to magnify that. It's going to get an attachment from the audience. That's the point. That's the point of having the right person pull the trigger. Logan from the start had these good guy intentions and couldn't get over that. Jenny, from the very outset, you knew she is in charge. She is not to be reckoned with. And when she kills one of the group, at that point, it's going to become our group. See, in The Walking Dead, you know, they call them Team Family, and it's the Alexandria group. And Ezekiel's kind of ours. And Eugene is ours, right? Everybody, you might not like Eugene, but you don't want the Whisperers to kill Eugene. Well, see, with this Fear of the Walking Dead group, it was, well, we're not really attached to Wes, and we got a new rabbi. Well, Charlie was an outcast. So now we've got some glue. This group needs each other, and everything they do now is going to strengthen their bond versus this pioneer group, this dark, evil woman. It's set up, and where I would agree, it's only one episode. I'm pretty excited about this episode because it looks from the preview like we're going to go back to back, like we're going to have some serious action back to back. So I got a couple questions for you guys. These are just the reaction videos, not going to be a super long video. We're going to do a complete recap. I got 4 pages worth of notes that we're going to go through tomorrow. Which character would most disturb you if Jenny kills one of the characters on Fear of the Walking Dead? I want to know which character would bother you the most if the Pioneers do kill one of them by the end of the season. We got Tom Bug Ferreira. Is this the CRM? No, I don't think so, Tom. I think this is a whole different element. I love it. Grimes on the radio is already saying Wes. Kel's saying Wes. Wes has only been in a couple episodes, and we already got a hero. I love it. June, Alicia, Morgan. And I'm doing this for a reason. Because I want to see the attachment to the different characters. Some more people saying Morgan. John. June or Wes. Says Julie. Strand, Alicia. All right. Perfect. Everybody here just absolutely made the point. So if any one of those characters actually are taken out this season, I think it's going to be a much, much bigger deal. Now we see Julie McGuire, who every week is saying, we need somebody to die. I love Fear, but somebody's got to die. Well, it's going to mean something now. And follow-up question. And I love it. Maria Favada says, any of our characters. See, we're starting to refer to them as our characters. Which character are you most looking forward to seeing exact some revenge on the Pioneers? Najee Watt says, I think the Commonwealth is involved in both shows. Jenny said they're spreading quickly, and Logan referred to them as the ticket to the promised land. Very possible, Najee, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that. It's a good Easter egg. It's a good seed to plant because they can always fall back on it when they need to. And I'm okay with them falling back on Fear of the Walking Dead or Walking Dead lore. I think it works. Finally getting connected, says Emmy. So Newfield wants to see Alicia. Alicia does. Alicia needs to turn up the heat a little bit. Daniel needs to get crazy mode. I'm going to I'm going to play devil's advocate before we wind down. And look, I know you don't want to toy with your audience. And last week was right at 1 million viewers. It was desperation tactic. But I'm going to ask this question. So don't answer, please, until I get to the end of it. Is it possible that Ian and Andrew are more brilliant than we think? And here's why. All of these characters have histories of being badasses, right? Daniel, Morgan, Alicia, John, Strand, Dwight. Is it possible that they weakened them until they rolled out the villain? So now we actually get to see them become badasses again. Because if you think about it, take a step back. And this is what was frustrating me with Fear the Walking Dead, is how soft all these characters had become. They were out painting and giving away food and all of these things. But Daniel is a beast. Dwight is a beast. I was so looking forward to Dwight crossing over because I thought this was going to happen much, much sooner. So if they've kind of put our characters on hold a little bit when we know what they're capable of, this group is growing fast. We're going to have a battle on our hands. Liz, the time frames are not that. I don't think the time frames would work. Start making that fuel. I love it. Absolutely love it. Tammy, now that we've got the show on the right track, there is no way Wes dies. No way. Not going to happen. Let me say this to you guys. Look, the way Judith endeared herself on everybody this season, Wes is on the fast track too. And I'm not going to lie. You put a rabbi that knows how to use automatic weapons with Wes, with John Dory, with June, Alicia, Strand, Daniel. It's a pretty strong group. Now, look, we don't love them as much as we love Daryl, Carol, Aaron, Negan, so on and so forth. But they are definitely taking a step in the right direction to get us ready for season 6. All right. Hey, we're about 30 minutes in, everybody. I want to say thanks to all of you guys for being here. Once again, one last reminder, if you guys have a good time talking about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, the whole Walking Dead universe, do me a favor, hit the like button. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 9:30. We're going to do a scene-by-scene recap. There will be some good, there will be some funny, but we're going to get the same level of excitement tomorrow. Just wanted to get your complete reactions in tonight. But judging by some of the comments, some of the vibe, it looks like, yes, they've been renewed for a while. They had season 6 right after the first week of season 5, Rhonda. So really, really good. Thanks for being here. I have a great time talking about Fear the Walking Dead. I have a better time talking about it when it's actually a good episode. And tonight, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely delivered. So, 3 episodes left. I think we're going to be in a good spot. Thanks for everything that you guys do. I will see you at 9:30 tomorrow. And watch it again. Go back, check it out a second time so we can all compare notes tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.